You could see it. And how much would they give for that? How much would anybody give for that? They give everything for that. But they don't know what they have to give, and what they have to give is themselves. Away. Go away. You've got to go. You've got to go now. You better go now. No room for what Rabbi Adawiya said. What is the worst of sins? Me. I'm the worst of sins. Why? Because I say I, when there's only thou. I insist upon that I'm here. Me, I. Huh? So when these things happen, the other thing that happens always to people is that somebody appears. Somebody appears. I tell you a story. I'm between sleep and I'm between wake. I'm not either asleep, I'm not awake. I don't know exactly what I am, but I'm in my bed. But anyway, I don't know where I am exactly. And I'm in the dream or whatever it is, this thing. I'm walking in the street. And I'm in a city somewhere in the Middle East, because there's the houses don't have windows like they have here. You know, here everything is out on display. You can look into people's houses; they look out. You know, there's only walls, and in the walls there are doors and like that. And it's kind of, I don't know. It's like either coming the time people going home after Fajr prayers, or it's the people going home after Isha prayers. Sometime like that time of day. It's not. There's no sunshine out. I mean, it's not. There's light in the sky, but it's not sunny. And I'm walking. I'm doing this thing that is called Baudelaire, the great French poet, talked about flaneur. Flaneur means to go nowhere with no purpose. It means to wander in the city. You know, like there are cities like Paris, especially. You know, you can walk, or London, or New York, or many places like that, or the woods. You can walk. You're not going anywhere. Where are you going? I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just. You see this. You see. And you know, and like this, and then like that, and beautiful things, and whatever, and like this, and you walk, and you see the people. And so I'm walking like that. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know where I'm going. No purpose in my walking at all. And I'm walking along, and all the people they're walking along, they're coming, as like I said, they're coming from some kind of salah. Obviously, it's in the Middle East, and most of them, they're wearing burnouses, you know, and these are white, or they're gray, or they're brown. They look like sheep, you know. They're all sheep color hair. You know, and they're all walking along in this kind of, it's light, it's neither day nor night, you know, it's in between twilight, you know, and like that. And I look out the corner of my eye, something catches the corner of my eye, and I look up the street, it's kind of going away from me, you know, like that, and it's kind of curving away from me, and I see, hey, at the end of the street there's this guy. And this guy is saying, he's telling me, come here, come here, come here. But he's not saying anything. There's no words. He's just going like this way. And, all right, well, why not? You know, we'll see where that goes. So I walk up the street, you know, and I'm going up the street, and I go up the street, and then I see that, you know, there's these doors, and one door after another, and each door is a different color, and so on and so forth, and like that. And I come to where he's standing, and he tells me, like this, come in, come in, come in, come in, like that. And I go in. I'm in this place. They call it in the East. They call it a hush. In a big space, like the gate is like a big gate, you know, it's big enough. There's one big gate in it, the pickup truck can go through it, and then there's another little gate, you know, which is a door, you know, and you go through, and I go through the door, and I go, there's these people, and then people are lying up, you know, it's like everybody's come at the end of the journey, you know, either they're setting out for the new day, or they've come at the end of the day, but it looks like pretty much it's starting to get darker, so it looks like it's nighttime, and people got little fires going, and some guys are sitting there smoking, and people are talking, and people are drinking tea, and like this, and you know, and I figured, oh, that's cool. I'll just sit down and hang out a little bit, and I'll get some tea, and you know, that'll be nice, you know. And then the guy tells me, come. So I pick my way through the people like this, and there's another door over here, and I go through this door, and we're going down this kind of windy lane inside this thing, and there's lights in the walls and like that. And then we come out into this courtyard, and then we come in this courtyard, this beautiful courtyard, and it's got like it's like the Taj Mahal, only small, and it's got this, you know, long thing of water in the middle, and there's kind of spray, and it's, you know, there's roses, you know, blooming along the thing like that. And it's all like, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. All these guys are sitting there doing dhikr. Right, I'm going to sit down and do dhikr, right? I like dhikr. Dhikr is quicker, you know, so I'm going to sit down and do some dhikr, but guys, come on. So then they keep following like this, and then they come, and we come around the corner like that, and then, you know, but I'm not going to tell you what I was. There's this light, and there's, you know, who's leading the dhikr, and so on and so forth like that. But what is this? This is the guide. The guide. Somebody take you, you're walking in the street, you don't know where you're going. Tell you, come with me. They take you, come with me, but you can catch him out of the corner of your eye. You're not looking for him, but you see him. Hey, oh, I'm over here. Oh, don't look there, look here. Okay, all right. You know, okay, no, I think I'll have some tea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to sit down, have some tea. You know, there's fires are going, people are talking. What the Germans say, it's gemütlich, you know, very homey, you know, very nice, pleasant, people chatting, blah, 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 and like this, you know. No, come on. So they, and then, you know, everybody doing dhikr, oh, it's time to do dhikr. No, keep going. Somebody taking you. This is the guide. Like Jibreel, alayhi salam, the guide for the Rasul, alayhi salam. They need to be the guide. Need to be the guide. Who he says, the Shaykh Al-Alawi says, who does not have the guide, who does not have the Shaykh, who does not have the Murshid, who does not have the Pir, has the Shaitan for the guide. There has to be a guide. He told me before, my sister wants to take bayat with. I said, where your sister live? My sister live in Pakistan. I said, how? Yes, okay, by Tabaraka, yes, but in reality, it has to be in time and space. You have to meet that somebody. That somebody. There has to be the somebody. The somebody has to be. There's no metaphorical sheikh. There's no metaphorical guide. There's no metaphorical murshid or peer or anything like that. Have to be what? A human being. Human being. You have to meet this human being. In your life, you must meet this human being. Books? No. CD? No. DVD? No. Google? No. None of that. Forget about it. Okay, it's good, useful, but that's not it. Have to be what? Human being. Other human being. Flesh, blood, breathe, heartbeat. Have to be. Somebody, there have to be. Who it is, I don't know for you who it is, but have to be. Must meet this person. You want to take tariqah? There's no metaphorical tariqah. Have to be somebody. You have to find this somebody who will take you by the hand. Alhamdulillah. So this is the story of that. How it is. I like song. Leonard Cohen, good songwriter, poet, great poet of this time. I can't sing. I read. Now, Suzanne takes your hand, and she leads you to the river. She's wearing rags and feathers from Salvation Army counters, and the sun pours down like honey on the lady of the harbor, and she shows you where to look among the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed. There are children in the morning. They are leaning out of love, and they will lean that way forever. And Suzanne holds the mirror, and you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you know you can trust her, for she's touched your perfect body with her mind. This is what you need to find. You have to find this one. Somewhere you have to find this one. You don't find this one, you're lost. This is not like you go and, oh, he gave a good khutbah and like blah blah and this, or he taught me about fiqh, or he taught me this, or like, no. This one, he show you in the mirror yourself. He show you who you are, and you want to trust him, and you feel like you can trust him. You feel like you can be with him, because he stole your perfect body with his mind. He says, well, okay, you're ready to go. So this is the end of the story, the first part of the story. This is the end of tariqah. These are the things that have to happen. Narrated Mujahid radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, he took me by the shoulder, he said, be in this world as if you are a stranger or a traveler. This is what you have to be in your mind. You have to know of yourself that you're a stranger here and you're a traveler here. And then the caravan departs. So this is the first two stages. All of these things have to take place. Sheikh Ibn Ata'illah writes about it in this way. He says, if he opens a door for you and makes himself known to you, don't pay any heed if your deeds don't measure up to it. You're not that great. It's not that you have to be that good. You don't know why he chose you. Why did he choose you? You don't know. What is there, 6.5 billion people? You're just one of them. None of us are anything, folks. Allah, who knows why? But he says, if he opens the door for you and makes himself known to you, don't worry if you don't think that, oh, I'm not so good, I do bad things on the side, I lie, I cheat, I do this, I do that. Yes, you do. I do too. We're all the sons of Bani Adam. Everybody here makes mistakes. Okay, that's not the problem. Because he says, how?
It's in your pocket.
In my pocket. He says, if he had not opened it for you, but out of desire, what is his desire? To make himself known to you. Do you not know that he is the one who presented the knowledge of himself to you? He gave you to understand himself, Yani. And whereas you only gave him deeds, what a difference. What he brings to you and what you bring to him. So Allah says in Surah Al-Jumu'ah, He says, ذَلِكَ فَضْلَ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِي مَن يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ ذُو الْفَضْلِ الْعَظِيمِ. That's the bounty of Allah, that He gives to who He wants to give. And the bounty of Allah has no end and no limit. And someone asked the Shaykh, he said, now that you gave me a taste of this, tell me about it. What is this drink of love? What is this cup of love? Who is the cupbearer, the saki? What is this tasting? What is this drinking? What is this repletion? What is this intoxication? What is sobriety? And he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, the drink is the light that radiates from the beauty of the beloved. The cup is the distillation of the subtle essence of mercy, which brings that light into contact with the lips of the heart. The cupbearer is the one who befriends the greatest of the elect and the righteous ones from among his slaves. He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who knows the capacities and the affairs of his friends. If to anybody there is disclosed that beauty, if anybody tastes that beauty, if anybody enjoys that beauty for one breath or two, and the veil is dropped, that person becomes a taster who will yearn for the rest of his life for another taste of that drink. If he continues for an hour or more sipping from the cup of love, he becomes the drinker. If the experience becomes continuous and he drinks until all of his veins are filled with the lights of Allah, then that is repletion. And one becomes unconscious of sense and mental perceptions so that he neither knows what is said nor knows what he said, and that's intoxication. This reaches now to the third step of the way, the state of intoxication. And sometimes he said the cups go between them, between the drunkards, and the states differ, and they come back from oblivion to remembrance. This will come to the fourth one, which we will talk about. But he says, having obtained the life, having at least once drunk from the cup, having once found the guide, whether it is in prayer or the dream, what is the next stage? In the ocean of the soul, it's impossible to swim, and you may drown. The only solution is to get into the ship of safety. And so the seal of the Prophet ﷺ said, I am the ark in the infinite ocean, as those who are my successors who also have my vision. We are the ship of safety in this ocean. Don't try to swim away. That's what Rumi said. Hafiz said, in the domain of love, don't take one step without a guide, for on this road, the person who has no guide will lose the way for sure.